Haha, funny joke.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Rising with What Team Comp, where we're going to be continuing on our way to have some more fun and shenanigans and such. That being said, are you all ready to begin having some fun?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, see you guys.
Let's just do our taxes for an hour and a half.
Ew, gross.
Well, that was fun.
Alright, so, when last we left off, you guys had been having your inn, which was actually at the informant's place, found out a few details such as this is not actually the informant's residence, but the person here allows them to renovate because they bring in customers. Met with a new friend, one Mycelian, and were received from Debe a paper that allows you to be like, what's an area that needs help, and get information about it. One area that, after talking a few times and asking a few questions for the paper when you put your hand on it, found yourselves being pointed towards a town called Restway, which involved some kind of people being found dead in alleyways with their hearts removed.
I'm
Is that
scared.
D&D Subway? Oh, never mind.
Jesus Christ!
So, you guys haven't left yet. You guys had been going around. You found a thief who you caught and heavily spooked into being like, aha, I'm not gonna do this again. And so yeah, you guys still have stuff you can do. If you wish to grab anything before you head out to Restway, go ahead and say so now.
I
I
got
don't
pod.
particularly have anything. Uh-huh.
Yes,
You sure do, bud.
you did get a pod.
You talk. I want him to, part of me wants him to just put a normal plant in it, and the other part of me wants him to put a mushroom in it.
I already have.
You already did put mushrooms
Oh,
in it.
good. I didn't remember if he put anything in there.
Mushrooms.
He's gonna have a talking about. Oh God,
Butters, what is this Mycelian fellow?
you're gonna
This-
grow.
Okay,
Fucking-
so yeah, you weren't here last week, were you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I was confused when I heard the name. I was like, is that a species that I have not?
Would you like to describe your character to Oz?
I sent you the description.
You
Let me
did!
grab it.
Uh-oh. Never mind. I forgot.
Oh my god.
I love her reaction.
Oh, it's a
that was-
furball.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Well, to be fair, it took a good 20 minutes for them to figure out that he was.
Okay. Because the description, you were like, violet skin, and I was like, tiefling? Hello? But it turns out
Oh,
no.
that's right. You fucking went mad when you found out it was a furball.
Debated.
Debated.
You told
Okay.
me I was fired.
Oh, I did do that. I don't remember why I told you that. I'll try to remember.
Because he's a furball, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. Okay.
Because we all know that you were thought for furballs. What?
Okay,
I
we need to
also
stop
do
talking
have-
about- enough about me. Okay, so we're doing our preparations, right?
Yes.
Oh, I just sent
Yes.
you the. Don't look at that message, Butter. I sent
Christ.
you the wrong thing.
Christ.
Oh, my.
Oh, so
I
I
also-
mentioned that I love you.
I also do have a picture for him now.
Oh, great.
Just a face, but yeah.
I like how there's a hint of trepidation there.
Right.
I'm gonna mute because this was just a disaster of an opening for me. So I'm gonna just say that like Nikolai's gonna brood in the corner or something until we go.
Brood in the corner!
Is there
That's fair.
anything that he would like to try and get his hands on before you leave?
A gun? No, I don't know.
Oh man, I'm
Make
gonna
an
buy some
investigation
rations.
check wait, investigation check's not high enough. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
What's that you've got there? A gun! No!
I'll put the
Only the
picture
guy
in
with the
general.
gun.
One
Yeah,
good.
the pictures in general for people.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wait, is
Hmm?
is there a library here, Guru? Anywhere?
If you ask around, it's a smaller library, but there is a library.
Okie dokie. Can I go there?
Yeah, it's not something you have to
Look hard for? I can just go.
Look hard for. When you enter, they do ask that if you are wanting to look around to help them with their upkeep and such as that, it is 2 silver, and it'll give you free access to everything. You can't take anything out, but you are given access to look around. If you damage anything though, they will charge you the full price for covering that. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, they're gonna snap. So okay, yeah, he just gives it to Silver. That's fine. And he's looking for books on the people of Dachai. I think you know which region I'm talking about.
I remember. Roll
We
an
got
investigation
anything?
check.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
I have-
Susan.
That's like a 9. Uh-oh.
Looking over the place, it's a smaller library, very compact with the different subjects that it has. Looking through, you're not, you go through it like a few times. You're like, no, the chai's gotta be in. No, it's gotta be in here. It's just not showing up apparently.
Okay. That's it.
All right. Anyone else?
What?
Anyone else want to do anything?
Don't think so.
I'm gonna buy like 5 days more.
I'm pretty sure I already have rations in my pack.
Okay.
Wait, hang on, let me
can-
check, just in case.
Yeah. And you can always buy more. Mostly because you guys haven't asked how far away Restway is.
Yeah, that's
oh,
the thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll buy
Something
10
like-
Just
more.
teleport us there or something.
That's too easy. We're only level.
If you would teleport level 4, I would, like, actually fucking lose my shit.
You guys are still
Yeah, I'll buy it.
sensors.
Alright, what the fuck am I thinking?
You guys are like,
I'll-
we're level 4. I haven't leveled you.
I don't
I
know
didn't say
why
that.
it's not level 4!
Matt is trying to pull the. Yes, I say we're level 4. And
Wait,
now
are we
they're
level
gonna-
4 now?
No.
I said
No.
level 3.
We are what,
I didn't
level
say
4?
anything about level 4.
Anyway!
Yeah, I'm joking with you, man.
How much trash is costing it? I've completely forgotten. I'm so
Like
sorry.
5 silver, I think.
So
I'll
fucking-
check. I don't want to.
So that's 5. That's 5 gold then.
No, yeah, it has to be. It has to be 5 silver because it's 1 gold for 2 days.
Okay, yeah, 5 gold. Hey! I got even money now. Yay! I'm weird. Leave me alone. Actually, come to think, do we have a card or do we? Oh no, we do have a card. That's right. It's my background. Yay for the mule.
Yep.
Can I buy a companion for this mule just so we don't overwork it? How much is that?
You want to get another mule?
Yeah.
If you're looking to get another mule, not including feed and other such to make sure that the mule has rations,
Obvious.
a mule is pretty cheap. You'd have to find one is the main thing. Most is...
May I?
Give me a little investigation.
This is gonna suck. Oh, that's not horrible.
That was what you needed. How is that going to suck? You have a +1 Paris.
Because my luck with dice today, because I've been rolling them for fun, has been garbage.
But that's because you've been rolling them for fun. and whenever you're having to actually do it for things that are like make or break, that's when you're like, okay, you better not mess with me here.
They're pretty. Leave me alone.
I mean, no one's judging you, Paris. They're pretty. You do eventually find that there are a few people who might be willing to part with the mules they have. They seem to be more farmers who have not bred them specifically for the purpose of selling them, but they have a few that their animals had extras, if you will.
Multiple births.
Yes, and so
Twin.
they're trying to make sure that they don't struggle during the winter and such. The amount that they ask from your 10, they ask 10 gold.
Alright, if I include the feed, how much is it? I'm sorry, like, I legit leaned back a little bit. I was surprised.
How much it is, or?
And how cheap it is.
If you include the feed, for how many days?
It's probably 20 between the mules, so I'm gonna end up having to get 40. Fuck it. Just to save time.
Not that.
Sorry, I thought someone was crawling on me.
You're fine. Where does it mention feed for animals?
I don't even remember it does, but then again, I just be forgetting shit.
I'll just say it's the same amount as a person's rations for now. It's just that you're buying specifically one type of food.
So 30 gold in total.
Yeah.
Alright.
If I see where it is and it's like, oh no, it's different, I'll still say that it was 30 and we'll be done with that. No worries.
They fucking upsailed me. Or maybe they gave me a...
If you buy the feed from them, they're willing to do that as well. And when you're offering to do that, they just kind of look at you, like, they kind of like look to each other, look back at you, look at each other, just like, really? they're just like, what? Yes?
Wait, to buy the feed from them?
Hey, Gary, look at this, yo.
What the hell? Madrino!
Because it seems like the farmer types are whole one over on her.
I don't think... I'm assuming they're not trying to pull one, but part of me wants to insight now that you didn't said it, man.
Up to you.
My mouse has stopped working! Shit. Give me a second.
I mean, there's not too many other reasons why people would search. Like,
Well, okay, so my fucking mouse stops working at random on my fucking computer, like the actual touchpad mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to fucking use this one.
gotta go manual.
It's more like, you can see from the way that they're looking, it's more like they're like, she's paying all this for... It's more like they weren't expecting you to say yes.
I have 2 mules I have to take care of.
Oh, they like nod and just kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, we see the mule or no? Like,
Probably
will we be
did when
buying?
I fucking come back.
I mean, did you separate from the group?
Did you?
I wouldn't...
We were all together, that's what I'm asking.
I thought this was like last case preparations. I mean, if y'all followed me, then yeah. If otherwise,
Yeah, no, we were together last. With,
okay, well then yeah, y'all see
at the
this.
shop.
Y'all see this mule, yeah.
I'll walk up to the mule and go, just so you are aware, we will be taking you with us on the journey. We'll be fed and we'll try our best to keep you happy. Just follow us to your best ability.
Kind of like set you.
Okay. But, like, got closer to the group.
Alright.
Hmm?
I need to change this to mules and cart. Race to mules.
I thought that the mule would like pain. One that doesn't drag it into fucking danger 50% of the time.
Oh, where is that one?
Don't leave my babies alone.
I'm not doing anything to your babies yet.
No.
Alright, so, sounds like you guys are pretty well prepared for what you're expecting to do. So,
I guess.
I mean,
That evil ass sounding laugh concerns.
sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles real quick. So,
Mm.
yeah. So you guys begin gathering yourselves together on the next day after you've had a good night's rest, gotten everything together. It's pretty much as you would expect. You get a good quick breakfast, and you head on your way towards Restway. Once you actually ask around and ask how long it is, it's not too far of a journey. It's only about 4 days, and that's going fast. So, giving an account for like it, or not fast, going at a standard pace. So if you're wanting to go at a fast pace, you could actually make it there pretty quick. There's actually like paved roadways that lead from this village to that one. Only a part of the way. Initially leaving the village to go towards there, it's mostly dirt road, wildlands such as that. But once you get closer towards like the main roadway, it's paved stone, and it's much smoother. Like you can feel it on the cart when you're riding with it. For the most part, there's no incidences while you're moving around. Most incident you have is where you have a bump that kind of like jumps you out of your seat a little bit, but beyond that, it's pretty
Okay.
calm, pretty quiet.
Nikolai's keeping his eyes out regardless.
If you want, you can make a perception check.
Okay, sisters. Let's go. I should roll the thick D20. Hang on. It gave me a 4. I hate the thick
Jeez, I can
D20.
hear
How big
that.
was that? That thing's
10.
That thing sounded like it was legit a rock the size of your head. Damn.
Not that big.
This is a stupid D20. I'm not going to use it anymore.
Give it a chance.
No.
It only failed
It's
once.
your new son. You're
It's
cutting in and out,
disarmed.
Butters.
Just
But that was fine.
I was saying I want to get an inflatable D20 so I can, whenever I have to roll, I can chuck it at my wall full.
You just hear like a soccer ball every time Butters rolls.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure it's fine. Who needs siblings, right?
Oh no. Eventually you do see the town in the distance. It's not a walled town. There are a few like little buildings, like outposts around it, where like you can see like guard towers that are, or more like lookout towers in all honesty. And there's a few people, like when you're arriving, they don't like point at you or anything like that. Like there's like, they kind of just look at you and then look away, just like, oh, just people coming. One of them just kind of gives like a hey kind of wave, sees if he waves back.
I'll wave back.
You see him like point his friends, like, see, they waved to me, and you see the guy just like smack the back of the other guy's head, and he's like,
Oh!
and you see him like shove the other guy. They look like it's playful.
It's gonna turn into a
Silver's-
playful fist fight.
Syl does not wave back.
Fair enough. Approaching the gate, there's not really anyone who's like manning the gateway. Just like, come inside, don't cause trouble.
I'm assuming I'm driving, by the way. I just assumed
I
shit.
presumed as much. I actually need to check something. Okay, see, I remembered right. As you're entering, everyone with a insight modifier of at least 3 will notice something that it doesn't happen immediately, but as you're entering and going through the city, you're starting to kind of like pick up on it a little bit more.
Insight mod of what?
Of 3.
That's a
Oh, okay.
23.
That's a big no. No, not your total insight, not your passive.
This is your passive. So I'm saying if your insight modifier is at least +3, that means your passive insight would be at least a 13.
There you go.
Oh, so we're not rolling?
No.
Dawn!
You can roll if you like, but you're noticing like there's a few people like as you're going by, they'll like pause and kind of like look over some of the group and just be like, and then they'll like look towards a few of the other members and they just kind of be like, oh, okay, and keep walking.
None of them are looking at me, right?
You're amongst the people who are on the cart being looked at.
What's like who's receiving the most attention?
Roll an insight check.
Can I just use the 23 I got for the fucking fake roll?
25.
Mycelium.
I mean, I'm at 8 foot. I'm at 8 foot
That's
6.
a 17.
And Sababella.
Oh, what?
You guys are all the ones who are there, like looking at me, like.
Why me? I didn't do anything. I have my hood up too.
I got some low ass insight, so for me to be noticing that.
Well, no, I'm saying
there's a lot of people.
I'm not saying that you're noticing it. I'm saying that because Mycelium is actually like peeking at trying to see who they're looking at. He's noticing it, and I'll say that you are as well, Nikolai, Juniper as well. And technically speaking, they're also looking at Lei, Taru's character, but they're giving her more of a pass, and then they're looking towards. I'm still getting used to everyone's names. I'm sorry, Asil and Juniper, and then they're kind of going. They're giving that okay.
Huh?
Paris, I'll allow you a history check.
Also, I DM'd you something. Ooh!
Very nice. You're human, and Sil is a half-elf, if I'm remembering right. Correct me if I'm wrong. So many names. Okay, good. Generally, you two are among the races that are most moving between different races and acting as like diplomats. Two of your people in the car, well, actually not two, 3 are, of an unknown race that people are like, wow, they're foreigners. They're people from elsewhere that we haven't really encountered much of. That's fascinating. And then you have this person with the hood up in the car. The people are just like trying to peek in, like, are they human too, or who are they foreigners too?
No.
Nikolai about to like stand over the car and start swinging with his fucking axe.
Just so you're aware, just say no. There's no way Mycelium. I don't know if there's.
If Mycelium what?
I don't know if Mycelium would fit weight wise.
He's probably walking next to the cart.
Yeah, he's walking next to the cart. He's a pain. Yeah, tall boy's gonna be tall. He's just walking.
I mean, to be fair, it's a cart meant for fucking holding what I imagine to be like a fucking essentially moving shop. You might fit.
How tall is Mycelium?
Mid 8 foot range.
Oh my god, what the
He's a furball, he's huge!
I know. Okay. Well, Nikolai's trying his best to...
Well, low to 8 foot range.
He's trying his best to hide a little bit, so...
If anyone, like, directly makes eye contact with Mycelium, he will say hello to them. Hello. Just and wave.
Yeah, if you say hello, there's a few people, like, they jump at, like, the deep, resonating voice that seems to come out of nowhere for them. They're like, oh!
Oh, fuck! Oh!
How long have we been moving, by the way?
By this point, you've already gone the 4 days to get here.
4 days, okay. I have to keep track.
Right, yeah, right.
You have to keep track, of course. That's why I'm making sure to give these specific dates for you.
4 days?
Just so you know, because it's something that I described with him. As you were just passive, everything's kind of quiet, you hear a rattling in the chest.
Most intriguing.
You're cutting out, Butters.
Ah!
Oh.
Maybe shift away or something to see if maybe it's just a dead spot in your room.
It's something like in his lung. It's thing was breathe. This is like a bit very low.
Oh, I misunderstood. Hold on. That is a different price. How big of a horse were you looking to get, Paris? I'm sorry, again,
No.
one. I thought she wanted to get another mule. She was getting a horse.
No, I said mule, and then I remembered, like, halfway through, I think, the second session, I asked if I could have bought a mule, or a horse to replace the mule on my way to the initial town.
Right.
I think it's just a normal horse.
Are you
It's not like a
draft
Morrison.
horse?
Oh, don't tempt me.
That's an option.
Yes, fine. God damn it.
So that would be 70 gold if you were including the feed that you would have spent total. The draft horse is 50 gold.
That's not that bad. Okay.
Yeah. And then you also remember you have to pay for bit and
Yeah, bit and bridle, which is more.
It's extra 10 on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still not bad.
Yeah.
So 80 gold.
So 80
gold's a lot.
Oh yeah, like.
No, I mean it's not that. It's not that bad considering the starting gold he gave us. Is what I'm saying.
Welcome.
Gave you.
I gave you too.
Okay. So we're in the town now, right?
Yes.
Great. So I guess we start looking for an inn, somewhere to set like base down.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm gonna look around and see if I see one.
Looking around, you'll eventually, it does take a little bit of time to eventually see it, but there's a few places that you can see. This town does have a few different areas. You guys came in from the east side, so I can either roll or I can have you guys choose whether you went on a more northernly or southerly.
Roll.
Wonderful. Ah, cool. So you guys kind of just are following the path, letting it just kind of guide you along. And it takes you a bit more northernly, a bit more of an incline to it, but with the horses, it's fairly easy for you to traverse. It's not difficult at all. Mules would have been just as fine. There's people who are like running around you. There's a few other carts that are here and there. In Nikolai, eventually you see a fairly large building. Let's say about 3 stories tall. One of the bigger ones in this place. Most of them around you are like 1 to 2. This is a 3-story building, big old smokestack, and it looks quaint. Looks nice enough, and it's called the Flipping Jack, and it shows a frying pan and a person that looks like they're falling for the sign.
I mean, I'll point it out, definitely. Steer him towards it.
Alright, so you see it, and if you do wish to enter it.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. The place is not too busy. It's still just a little bit afternoon. There's a few people coming in like, hey, can I get a room, please? And you see this very soft looking, very like he's got those kind of chubby cheeks, big old rosy cheeked grin as he's like, I can get you a room right now, give me just 2 seconds. We'll get you this room. This is a good room. It'll be treat you well. Go. You put up your stuff. Have a good day. Come right downstairs. We have good food and good drinks. Welcome to the Flipping Jack. How can we be of assistance?
Hey, Guru, what is this man?
He's human. A very, very soft-looking, rosy-cheeked human.
Amazing. Rosie. It's like my best. I love it.
Yes, we would like some rooms, if possible.
Please and thank you.
Of course. How many rooms were you looking for? I would ask that you try and keep it to a fewer rooms, bunking if you can. I do have other people who will want rooms, of course.
Savvy. Hate the way I just said that.
Savvy?
Hi.
Don't mind if you have to bunk with me and Granny, do you?
No, it's fine by me.
I had to stop myself from slipping into Matt's accent for 5 seconds, and I wanted to hit myself in the face.
It's catchy.
If Seal, Massilian, and Nikolai, if y'all don't mind, do you want to bunk with each other, or do you want your own separate rooms?
Is fine with me.
I was going to stay in the stable. Get a room.
Are you sure you don't want a room? I don't mind paying for it.
These stables? He looks very confused, just like, what? You're willing?
Marcelian looks as confused.
You can have a room. I don't have. Oh, he seems to take a moment and just realize, oh, you're tall. And he kind of like taps his chin for a moment. I can get a double bed and put them next to each other.
This man is still gonna have to diagonal.
Right. Okay, so I think that'll be 3 rooms total then. One with 3 beds, one with a double bed, and then one with 2 for these 2. And she'll gesture to Sil and Nikolai.
I don't mind rooming with someone else.
No, that's why. Like, you and Nikolai are
Oh,
sharing a room.
okay.
Massilian has his own room because that double bed is not going to fit well with a lot more people in there.
Of course.
The girls.
3 rooms, that'll be 1 gold and 5 silver. 15 silver if you wish to have it broken down simplistically. I apologize.
I'll give him
I'm
2
trying
gold.
not to choke on my. Oh, thank you very much. Would you like them adjoined, next to each other, or separated? Some people prefer not to have their next door neighbors snoring quite loudly, but some people, they do not care.
Oh, I don't mind if they're close by each other. Helps us just in case there should be trouble.
He nods, staring at you, and then looks to everyone else and like being like, okay, everyone else? That's one opinion.
Y'all don't mind, do you?
No preference.
You guys have noticed when the past
No!
fucking shit
It's always the swears.
phone thing,
It
man.
really is.
But-
It really is.
When Marcelian sleeps,
He's got a
So it's like that bear snore kind of thing.
yeah.
it's more
It's not loud, but it's deep.
Yeah.
This does not at all, in any way, shape, or form, bother Samuel. This is
Yeah.
normal.
I mean, to be fair, very much so, I would imagine. Alright.
Yeah.
Very well. Your meals will be after sundown. We should be trying to we're trying to get the ward. They're apparently in short supply. But it will be after sundown. It is 3 silver for a meal if you are wanting one. If you're wanting extra, it is of course more, but that is that. Forgive me. I have given you rooms. I have not given my name. My name is Bruzo. It is a wonderful pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Flipping Jack Inn.
Hang on one second. I realized.
Slap jacket.
I realized what Gru's accent reminds me of.
What? Oh no.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course.
It's much appreciated.
Nikolai, would you like to go
Bowling?
Is that in character?
Yeah, Nico, would you like to go bowling?
God damn it.
I picked an accent and I ran with it. Okay.
No, I like it, but I have to show you what it reminds me of.
I'll give you a moment. Sure.
I mean, keep going. You don't have to like stop on my
it's,
account.
it's not me stopping. It's me. Him. He's introduced himself. And he's kind of just, introduced himself.
Mm-hmm.
Till goes out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. It's a very like hearty shake of the hand. Not like a super strong man. Like he's not gonna like do any powerlifting records or anything like that. But it's it's like a he works with his hands. Clearly, he cleans up. He does things around here. So
It's a firm handshake.
Yeah.
Handshake as well. He doesn't say his name though.
He kind of like nods when you don't say your name. Like he just says like the head just bobbing up and down when you don't say your name, just like staring at it for a moment. Then he turns to the next person finally after like he waits a good like 30 seconds before we're like, okay.
Fair
Give him a chance. No worries. Oh,
My name is Nikolai.
Nikolai, it is a pleasure to meet you. He offers his hand to shake yours.
He shakes it. Not that hard.
Yeah. Your complexion is not from around here. Are you a traveler, perhaps?
Yes, you could say that.
Wonderful. People of variety as yourselves, I would hope, perhaps, if I do not get a bard, maybe you could entertain some of the patrons if you have stories. I preferably run them by me first. I do not wish to bore the patrons, but there would be some change in it for you. A few silver off your rooms and meals.
I hate to disappoint, but most of my stories are not the happiest. And their entertainment value is minimal, at least.
That is fair. That is very fair. I was simply offering an opportunity in case you were desiring such. Understandably, you have things you wish to keep to yourself. I will not press you for this. It was simply an offer.
My thanks.
So you guys are able to, you are given your keys. You're able to go upstairs, like make sure you know who has your keys, because he's going to want those back before you leave.
Wait, is it one key per room? Does one person from each room have the key?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the key.
I'll take the key. For mine, Savvy and Lay's room.
Okay. Okay, so after that, all that gets sorted, Nikolai turns to the group and is like, I suggest we start asking around.
Probably a bad idea. Sure.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Guru, would I know a good place to ask around for such a topic of conversation?
Yeah, and were we asked if there was anywhere to start? I mean, were we informed? I mean,
you were not informed of where to start. You were told about this. You were given a because the actually let me pull this up here. Make sure that's here.
where's the law enforcement at? Did we see any?
You did see a few guards around, like a few more guards than you might have expected from a town that was, just like letting people come in and out.
Yeah.
On the quest paper that you have, after it had mentioned all this stuff, it did mention a name of the person who posted it as being Captain Taraval.
All right, let's go see about that dude.
That seems to be the best course of action.
Okay. How will you about finding them?
I'm gonna. Nikolai's not gonna engage the guards directly. He's gonna count on the others for that. Actually,
Sill's gonna ask around for.
Nikolai is gonna
guards.
follow Sill around like a lost puppy.
Who are you asking?
Sill will notice but not say anything. Who am I asking?
Yes.
I suppose the guards.
Okay. If you ask the guards, they can very easily just kind of like point over and just like, yeah, go. If you go that way, he should be in the main area. Just ask for him.
The main area.
Sorry, we're used to the city. Go follow this street. Count 4 lampposts. Turn left. Count 3 more, and it'll be on your right-hand side. A stone building. Most of the buildings around it will be made of wood.
Wait, so 4 lampposts.
And then 3 lampposts after you make a left, and they'll be on the right-hand side. Stone building surrounded by wooden buildings.
3 lampposts. Right, and it should be a stone building, you said?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. I was just noting it down in case I had to make a skill check.
Might be used for it. But you...
How many lampposts, guys?
How many lampposts?
Bet you thought that wasn't important. Well, it was.
The 11th falls on you. I mentioned the 11th was unstable.
Oh yeah, don't even talk about the 13th. You walk past there and suddenly you're in the Feywild.
No!
So, Sill's gonna... Well, he's gonna go up to this... Well, I guess he'll find the rest of the group. I don't know. Did the group actually sort of split up, or did we all just stay in one place?
I assume we all stayed together.
Yeah, me too. Alright, so we know where to go.
In which case, off we go. Down the street, 4 lampposts, then left, 3 lampposts, then right. And it should be a stone building.
And by going and seeing where you were told, you see a stone building that is... Admittedly, there's a few buildings that do have stonework built into them. This one, though, looks more fortified and more official, and you see plenty of guards going in and out. It's kind of a shoo-in of, that's probably where we're looking to go.
Well, I approach the entrance to the building.
Yeah, we're behind him. Nikolai's going in.
I'm right up there with him.
Does anyone stop me, or do they just...
I'll put a hand on his... Wait, shit, how tall is he again?
No, I didn't mean did anyone in the party stop me. I meant, did any guards stop me?
Going inside? No. They give you like a look just like of a...
Bitch!
No, like, hi? Like, they're mildly confused, but they're just...
I know, but it's funny.
Syl just acts like he knows exactly where he's going. He's just like, hey, walks in.
Can I start, like, singing These Boots Are Made for Walking? Because that's all I can think right now with this fucker.
There's one thing that I've learned. People don't question you if you look confident.
You're not wrong.
Get shot!
He's not wrong. That's T.
I mean, obviously, if you're walking in somewhere, you're literally not allowed.
Shh, don't.
But yeah, well, I guess we all walk in.
Yeah.
My leg! It's crazy.
Oh no. There is a receptionist who is just kind of like half dozing off.
Hello?
Hello?
Bonjour.
can I be of assistance to you, people?
You look tired.
Out of character, we're looking for the guard captain, right?
If I remember.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure I heard that right.
You're wrong. No.
We're looking for the guard captain. I was told that he'd be here.
Oh, he would be. Oh, you're You
Well,
mean?
they.
Oh, there's a few captains. But that people generally tend to be asked about. Tarval.
That's the one.
I thought
Yep.
he said Taru for a second. I'm like,
Taraval.
She's here.
Where might we find Taraval?
I can go get him if you just take a seat over there.
That'd be appreciated.
Of course, thank you. And go sits down.
Really exhausted. Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, just. I've been working a double, triple. I've been working a lot. There's been some stuff going on. I've been just trying to.
The minute he coughs, she moves back a few feet.
Sorry.
Sapabella doesn't even like flinch.
Syl's just sitting down, wondering why we're asking them about their life.
Yeah,
Wanted to
so
know
is
if it's okay.
Nikolai sits next to Sil and he has his hands in his lap.
I mean,
It's
he's
really
not
stiff.
he's not like, oh, look at these guys. It's more just like, I mean, just let him do his job. Or I guess better way of putting it is he's just not interested.
Yeah, I'll be back with Captain Turf. Sorry again.
You're fine.
He heads in to the back, and you guys are able to take a seat.
I feel bad that I get sick, but I get sick easy. And I'd rather not catch anything while I'm trying to deal with something that's ripping out the organ people.
Better safe than sorry.
I guess.
Something we used to have in the classes I had when I was being tutored. We had these face masks, sort of over the mouth kind of thing. Stops us from inhaling any fumes.
But I know, like, what that is. Because I imagine, like, that's like a plague doctor mask that...
Are you proficient with medicine?
Oh, I don't believe so, but my wisdom's high.
If you're not
I
proficient, I'd
am
say you're not fully aware. If you're proficient, you can roll a medicine check.
Never mind, I'm not.
Okay.
Rip!
Yes. No.
Remind me to gain proficiency in Why the fuck did you learn medicine? Because I get injured a lot! Fuck off!
Let me live my life.
It's not a phase.
No, I'm just trying to live, man.
Just love the idea that like Syl's just in class puts on a fucking gas mask. Like,
Why did you put that on? No reason.
Need to take all these protective measures against dangerous chemicals.
Just in case.
You could just wear this mask, you know, just like just over the mouth. It's like, no, I like it. It's cool.
Makes me look like a
He's
badass.
the one wearing a fucking plague doctor mask. Like, I like the mask.
I mean, to be fair.
Everyone else is like inching away from like.
I mean, to be fair, Percival had one, and I think it gave him like advantage on con saves or something like that.
Wow.
So what you're saying is that he has advantage on con save.
He doesn't
that
have
man.
one yet.
Oh, he doesn't have one? Okay.
Not yet. He can try and get one later, maybe, but we'll see. That being said, you guys wait for maybe 5-10 minutes, and you see another person come out. They are also very actually no they're not. I just remembered who Captain Tarval is. Captain Tarval is not tired because he is able to trance. You can immediately see he is an elf.
Ah, elf boy.
Yes.
I love how like Paris just recoiled. Just
Because every time I hear trance, I just think of the most dead expression while they do it, and it freaks me out.
ants. Let me just enter my ants.
He kind of looks you all over for a moment, gives each of you a quick nod, puts his hand on his assistant's shoulder and just like, go get some sleep. The guy's just like, no, I need to keep it. Go get some sleep. No, you need my help. Alright, but you better go get some sleep later.
I thought he was gonna cast sleep on this motherfucker. I'm not even kidding.
Out of character, not gonna lie, he considered it. But he eventually kind of just pats him on the shoulder, just like, have a seat then, at least. Yeah, nope. No worries. He goes and he sits down and turns back to you. Forgive me, you are unfamiliar to me.
Well, we did just get here, that makes sense.
Yeah. We're not from here. At least not from
We
this town.
came from... What's the town that we were in where the informant is, Guru? What's the name again?
I don't believe you got the name of that, Dever, did I?
Oh, what? Yeah.
I don't think we asked.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Nikolai definitely would.
No, it's too late now.
It's Bruzel?
Not really. We had to know where to go
Yeah,
to
we
get
had to
there.
know where to go.
Hold on, I'm pulling
Oh
up
yeah,
the
it'd be
name
on
of it.
it'd be on the map, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be on the map, hold on.
Mycelium would. I can say that for certain.
Mycelium would not. You guys came from Highvale.
We came from Highvale. We learned of recent killings in this area and were sent to help.
The informant got a hold of some people who are actually capable then. That's
Well, hopefully.
something. Well, you're alive. I've heard rumors about what the informant has in terms of trials ranging from fire to hellish snows to all sorts of
Rendon
crazy
portals.
He is a strange little man.
Not sure if I would say little myself, but
Is he little? Actually,
he's
Guru, what was the height?
average size.
He's decent height. Yeah, I was about to say, like, he was decent height.
He's little in
Can't say.
comparison to me, then. I got 6 inches on him.
I feel like Oz is like having the same
power trip
fucking.
of being high.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm like the same. No, Oz, you don't understand. I have the same thing with Ellie because Ellie's like 6'3". I know exactly what you're feeling. It's like finally, I'm the big one.
I am tall and you are not. Bow before me.
I'm the big bitch.
Matt, shut up. You feel this power every day.
It's true.
Except when he's not, like when he's Sebabella.
I mean, in real life.
I'm aware about that because he likes to play tall characters like freaking Alonin and
Stop
Zadine.
flexing about it.
I would say anything.
We're not here for that. We're here for this.
This is true.
Tarval just gives a slow nod, just like a, alright. I can see him using rending portals as part of that. He has a knack for understanding things very quickly. Sometimes I peg him down as being a priest, but he always laughs at me. Perhaps that's my own ignorance or foolishness, I suppose.
Priests are God-fearing men. I don't think that person fears anybody.
I've seen him fear before, but it was him attempting to catch his food as it was falling off of his table. I've never laughed so hard. please come follow me. Let's take a seat and actually have a moment. He leads you in towards a more back room if you guys are willing to follow him.
Can you spell his name for me, by the way, Don?
It's in the quests.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to the Restway quest. That way you guys can know how it is spelt and not have to worry about it.
Excuse me. Okay.
I made sure you guys were hooked up. But you guys are led into a back room. He has to bring in a few extra chairs because there's not enough for you when you first enter. When you first enter, there's only 3 chairs. So he has to grab a few more. He seems very cordial, very polite. Unfortunately, Taru's not here for me to relay that information, so someone please remind me later to inform her of what kind of elf he is, because she would be able to ascertain that the quickest of you.
Mm-hmm.
Just for later, of course. He takes a seat and he offers you to sit down, and once you're all seated and as comfortable as you can be, he leans forward and slowly, very how do I put this, thoughtfully, seems to rub his thumbs together before exhaling and leaning back. So
When Syl,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
When Syl sits down, he kind of makes like a, and then just that.
Everything all right?
Quite all right.
Good. So you have, of course, been informed and made aware of the goings-on of this series of events.
You mean the heart removal?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can obviously understand how this can be
Worrying?
troubling.
Sounds
So,
terrifying,
what are your leads?
if any.
The problem is that we know that it's not any type of creature that would have been doing something like this. A creature would not attack a person in such a way, and the bodies we've found have all been far too surgical. Someone intentionally cut these people open to remove their hearts. Specifically. That implies humanoid hands. And that implies someone with intent.
Makes sense.
Besides the heart removal, has there been any consistencies between the bodies?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
There has been one thing we've noticed. Rigor mortis. The paralysis of the body as it dies. It has taken longer for some of them to untighten, and they're generally not found in a fully prone position. There's some lock to them, as though like they were caught in an act of movement of some sort before they collapsed. It's not petrification, that much I've already ascertained by them having had their hearts removed.
Paralysis?
Possibly. There's a few different things I can think of for that, but none good. And none that should be in the city.
Are there any other unusual occurrences that have been happening around your city? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Around your
You're getting
city
it. You're getting it.
besides these?
Now that you mention it, there has been a string of bad luck that people seem to be having to endure. Just little things here and there, although little things tend to add up, as all things do.
Amassing all of these clues together, Guru, is there anything I can glean from this? Like a potential thing that might be doing this or something?
Not
Like a
from
humanoid?
Not
Not from these little...
Not from these clues alone.
Okay.
You need to gather more information.
Fuck.
We gotta be detectives, girl!
Any witnesses of any kind?
If there was weaknesses of some sort, I'd have
Witnesses.
Or witnesses.
Witness.
I thought you
Yeah.
said weaknesses. My apologies. I was about to say weak or witnesses. My apologies. Witnesses. None who've been willing to come forth to us, possibly due to fear that they might be next, or the witnesses are among the dead.
Any family members of those who have died?
There are some, yes.
Could you direct us towards them?
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, boy. Here we go. Anybody want to help?
Yeah, I'll give Valerie.
Contribute?
How are you contributing?
The only
It
if
might
it helps,
Hold on.
better.
What are we contributing with?
It's a persuasion check,
Persuasion.
so we can.
but who wants
know
to
what
try and
kind of-
add to it is my point. Because
Uh,
give one of us.
I got a 16, and that's it because I have nothing for my charisma modifier.
That's
Hey,
If
Wait.
it,
go ahead.
What were we persuading him of?
to tell us where the families of the dead people are.
Oh. Hmm.
If it helps alleviate. One, she's kind of an authority to try and figure this out. She points to Sababella, and I'm sure the holy symbol is probably nestled on your titties!
It's on my shield, actually.
Shield, actually.
Temptation.
As well as, I'm sure they would be able to point out any activities the
Be right back.
deceased have done that might line up with a pattern of sorts, if that makes sense.
Or perhaps they were experiencing more bad luck than others near them.
A 16 would have made it, so don't even need the advantage.
Yay!
I like that noise. I don't know why. That was adorable.
There's a few different families. I'd say if you're wanting to do this, I'd say doing it to. God damn it. Would you prefer someone who is more recent or less recent? More
No
recent, they might be
preference.
more emotionally remembering everything, so they may not give you the most direct answers that you wish.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
If further back, they may not remember as much, but they'll be able to hopefully be more
Remember it
understanding
was
of-
more clear.
Hopefully.
Why
but
not both? One of each.
I don't
We give those who need mourn their dead time to do so. This isn't the time to be poking about their affairs.
But
Those
the
who
more
lost-
we idle, the more time these creatures have to kill people.
I'm not
Is
saying we don't inquire. I'm saying we inquire with the people who lost theirs a little longer ago than the ones who lost recently.
Being in mourning can make it so they don't remember things properly, or if they do, it is with emotion and not logic.
Taraval, is there anything that you already know about the victims? Patterns or anything?
They've thus far felt to be random. They've all been outsiders. People who have come in, passing through, not too unlike yourselves, but just less defensible than yourselves.
Were they all within a certain area in the city?
He gets out a map and kind of just shows it to you. Points to various different spots. Roll an intelligence check.
I'll be
Any of us or him?
Any of you. You can all see it.
Beans. Here we go.
Could I?
1 month.
Is this something related to maps? If so, can I
It is a
use
map.
cartography?
Yes, you can
Could I
use
use
a
cartography?
cartographer's tools intelligence.
I got a 6.
Yeah.
Bye.
I got a 5. Damn! Still sitting here
Hang
like,
on,
I got
hang on.
this shit.
I'm gonna try and roll it really quick. It's gonna be like, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
I rolled a 19 with +1 mod, dude. You're fine.
That's good luck. That's some good luck right there.
According to Val, I am apparently very lucky. If I
You
offer my
said,
blessing.
Straight intelligence?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you are a person who has cartographer's tools proficiency.
I do not.
Get that with, yeah.
Ha! Don't know shit!
You're
shit.
looking at this, and he has to point it out to you a few times for you to be like, oh, the dots are where the people have... Okay, I thought you were... Those are posts. To be fair, there is more than just the dots of where things have been placed. There's also dots like of the guard towers and such as that, so it's like... You keep going to the guard towers like people were dying at the edge of the city. Huh? That's weird. You would have thought people would have. Oh, those are the. Oh, right. Ignore me.
I know what I'm talking about. Absolutely.
Of course. NPR, with your skills with cartography, looking at
Set of skills.
You have various skills that can be used for various
I'm sorry.
different...
As you're saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Trying to throw me off. I see how it is.
It worked.
Hold on. I'm helping you. Just you do notice it takes a moment for you to notice it. And it's probably not something that any of the other people have noticed because of it. But while it is not like collected in one area or like moving in a certain pattern, obviously you can't see which one's 1, 2, 3, whatever. But you do notice that they tend to be more on the southwestern side. There are a few that are not in that area, but most of them have apparently either been around that area, or there's actually a few points that have like a little note next to them that have like a dragged question mark.
Wait, what?
Some of them say dragged next to them with a question mark next to it.
Oh, potentially drag. Really.
Which ones? The ones that aren't in the southwestern area?
Yes.
Or the ones that are? Okay.
There are a few in the southwestern area that also have that. Dragged with a question
Okay.
mark.
The others are where? I'm sorry.
The others are scattered more like around the central area, but they are still in the area where it looks like there's like some major roads that lead towards areas in the southwest.
Are there any other things in the southwest? Like a port or something? I don't know if this is a coastal.
This is not a coastal city. This is a forest city. It does have a few major roads that run through it, like with the rest of the city. Looking it over based off the knowledge you have and the quick ability to pick up on what the map maker was trying to go over with it, you see that there's an inn down in that area. It's not the Flipping Jack, but it's a different inn. There's a few different guilds that are in that area. There is a church and another church that has an X through it.
An
As
X church.
ruins is written next to it, indicating that this might be the ruins of an old church. As well as various different areas that are probably just homes, from what you can tell. And a few different areas that show markings of wells, where you would go to draw up water.
Okay. I look up at sorry. I keep forgetting his name. I look up at Taraval and I say, were they in particular areas like dark alleyways when they died?
As far as we've been able to tell, it's unlikely that these people would have done this in the open, although there are people who would be so brash. Obviously nothing in the daylight or anything like that.
Where did you find them?
Oftentimes they would be near the edge of where there would be alleyways and such as that, where they were placed, from what we can tell, where they were meant to be seen or found.
Any sign of, well, a struggle? Or, like wounds and such? Or
Yes, well, particularly on the arms, cut marks that were like a creature's claws. A few of them had them on the legs as well. One person had it across their neck. We presume that's how they died. Let me check to see if there's any other wounds they would have had.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we given family names and
You're
locations
not
yet?
given that yet, but he'll give that
Okay.
to you in a moment. There we go. Some of them look like they had been had something bite them.
Did the teeth look like animal teeth of any
Animal
kind?
teeth, but the way that the teeth marks were embedded into them, no animal I've seen or hunted.
Don,
Not possibly a werewolf of some kind.
Wasn't the first thing I thought of, but that's an absolutely terrifying mental image to have. Thank you for that.
Don,
Yes,
I've been around for I've fucking wandered for a while.
you've wandered. Yes.
Given what she's fucking just researched, looked into, what the fuck ever she's done to fucking fill this journal, is anything ringing any bells from all this info?
Not without further looking into stuff.
Okay.
You're basically right now you're getting verbal information. It's like, okay, cool, that could give
I
me
need
an
physical.
idea, but physical, like he's saying, like marks on them. It's like, cool, that's helpful. But seeing it might give you more like an idea of how it actually looks. So it could be like anything ranging from like a creature that shouldn't be here, like maybe a wolf or a tiger. Obviously, he's saying that this isn't normal for animals, but you also don't know where he's hunted, what sort of things he's done, and him going through his life story since he's an elf might take a while.
Is there any
Yes.
chance we could see the body? Or at least one of them?
I can certainly see what I can do. Yes, young man.
oh no, he was gonna look at the map to see if the dots where people died were
Oh, if it makes a pattern.
in any way clustered? Like, not all together, but like
That's why I
around
said the
certain types of
southwest.
buildings.
Yeah.
No, around like, say,
certain-
wells or something.
Make
Or-
another intelligence check. This one, just intelligence.
We?
Alright.
Also, have you had any look into this?
We've been looking into this, yes.
Because it is undead, at least.
Undead.
Be right back.
That's
Be right back
an
for just a sec.
option.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, go ahead.
Well,
You're cutting out.
I magical. I asked a magical book witness to undead creatures, and it pointed us here.
You asked a mad.
It's one of the informant's
Page.
items.
That. Shit, that holds a bit more weight. I'll certainly keep my eyes open on that regard, but I've heard nothing of undead as far as I'm aware. If there were undead, I would have imagined them to have not had as many bodies with hearts ripped out, if you catch my drift.
Not if they're trying to make something and they need hearts for any reason.
That was kind of what I was worried about.
That's not...
Guru, how much do I know about undead? I would think a decent amount.
You know a bit, enough to know, how do I put this? You know enough to be aware of the nature of undead, as well as the nature of what people understand of undead, which is that most people tend to be like the soul of the undead entity is put into that. You are aware that that's not the case. It's just the body being moved about magically, with a minimal sense of intelligence and purpose to ensure that that they don't just run into walls and not follow the direction of the entities that rose
Funny
them.
image.
Yeah. More than likely, it isn't. If it is an undead threat, that is either an intelligent or
I'm back.
a nun,
Okay.
or
A nun.
a necromancer of some kind, possibly. I would think, at least.
I would not be happy to think of there being a necromancer in my city.
No one ever really is.
I mean, some necromancers can do right, but this doesn't seem too good.
With people dying, no, I wouldn't imagine that.
They're evil people, I assume. Then it would be okay.
If they're doing things like this, yes, I'd imagine they are evil.
We won't get much done sitting around and speculating, though. Perhaps we should visit the scene of the crimes and the families as soon as possible.
What do I get for intelligence?
With the intelligence, they're around like the marketplaces, the one church that has the just the normal church markings, not the one with the X in it. Beyond that, you're not really putting two and two together of what exactly that means. Is not clicking for you. I mean, it might
Can I make an
click for
intelligence check? Just to see if I notice anything.
Have you made it to any corpses before?
Have I made it to what before?
Has anyone found, like, very recently, where it was found?
We have had that where people have found more recent bodies, yes.
I mean, whatever is able.
You're still robotic.
In such a way. It's just my fucking. It's just my mic for some.
No, I get you, man. It's just
No cubby now or no?
it's still doing it just a little bit. Try again.
Give him a sec.
He's theorizing, and I want to make sure that his theorizing is heard. So that he can enact his plans.
Just cramping.
You okay?
Yeah. My carpal tunnel's acting up.
Pain. Oh wow, it's still roboting.
Oof.
Sorry everyone, this should just take a moment. He's just trying to make sure he can hear him.
Hey, Don, want to see something cool?
I mean, yeah.
For the love of Christ.
There we go.
Alright. Paris sounds like shit now, but that's fine. Everyone
Damn.
sounds vaguely like shit now. So, they're getting around without being seen. Or if it's one creature, it is getting around without being seen. And with the power to do what it's doing, it has to be at least a little strong, or vaguely. Does it look like brute force or precision?
Mostly brute force, but there is precision in the removal, from what I've seen. Removing the hearts. There's no pieces left behind. It's concise. But the beating around of the people beforehand, from what I can tell from the marks, the bite marks and the claw marks, that is not precise.
Do any of the people have anything in common?
Not that I've been aware of. We've had everything from merchants to just guild members to... Now that you mention it, they've all had associations with various guilds.
Oh.
I will look over to that could be a possibility.
Don't stare at me like I'm about to be bait.
Nothing is wrong with being bait.
It is when you can't get away from it.
Not when people are waiting to jump it, but okay.
Well, to be fair, I'm also a member of a guild. Well, not really a guild. It's more just a family business, really. But can't tell if the guild will probably recognise me.
Are they all members of guilds in general? Or is it like specific guilds?
Then preach by arrival.
Say again?
He asks, are they all from like different kinds of guilds, or is it a specific kind of guild?
Not specific that I'm aware of.
Were they also members of the church? Some of them?
Not specifically that I'm aware of.
I see.
He has last no.
Did he preach the word of God?
And where did you find the bodies again? I apologize.
He motions to the map.
Are they like in fucking broad daylight, or are they like in alleyways where they were found?
They look like they're out, like just outside of alleyways.
So if we did want to set a bait, that would be the location, probably. South side alleyway.
It is, if nothing else, a possibility.
I feel like this information session has been very fruitful, But we should probably go and talk to one of the victims' families. It's probably our next best bet.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Indeed.
I'm not good with people in the first place, so if you guys want to go and talk to them and see what information you get, if he'll allow me to, she's gonna look at the captain. I can look over the body and see if I recognize any kind of marks or anything.
The one guild merchant that is the people that are being hunted are gonna go by themselves.
I assume that they're here.
I will go with her if we decide to split.
There's one who is here. They are going to be given to the graveyard to be buried soon, but there's still one here.
If you don't mind giving us your blessings to look it over, I would appreciate it.
I personally think we should do everything together. We're not on the largest time crunch, but...
No, but the faster we get this done, the less likely it is for another corpse to pop up.
Preferably less corpses.
She can go look it over and we will meet you.
We all have our separate skill sets. Each one could be used to help on each other's mission. I think it would be a lot smarter to stick together, but if you are insistent on splitting up, you'd just be safe.
I'll do my best to make sure I attract no attention. Don't worry, I got big, strong, and strapping over here to help me. You kind of like...
No, I just think splitting up at this point is questionable. Which victim would we speak to? Or parent of a victim?
I think we should be fine during the day. From what I've seen, well, from what we've been told, it wouldn't happen during the day. It's too out in the open. Just as long as we don't go into any, well, dark alleyways, then we should be fine.
That's the way it seems. We've not had anyone found dead in the mornings. It's usually after everyone has woken and such as that.
I will probably stay with Juniper. I scare people around here apparently, so going to a victim's family wouldn't be the best, I feel like.
You are different, and people are often slow to understand things of a different nature.
Tall gang group up. Oh, besides Juniper.
I was about to say, I'm like, bitch!
He coughs a little bit.
We're her tall, buff bodyguards. Let's go. This is exciting. I'm like Secret Service.
All you need is the sunglasses.
Get down, Mr. President. Or Mrs. President.
I imagine someone giving Mycelian sunglasses and he's very confused.
He's very confused. What the fuck?
Where's the word dimmer?
What is the purpose of having things to cover your eyes like this? I don't understand.
Everything was dark already. Why is it so dark?
Who turned out the lights? So,
yeah.
Who are we going to first?
Go to the families first, because I gotta...
I vote we go to the less recent families, the Hazards.
Yes, go to the first fucking family.
And then come to us after, because I gotta warm up my mac and cheese. So you guys
I probably should eat something, actually.
And nobody can...
It's been like 8 or 9 hours since I ate. I probably should grab something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get yourself some food, man.
Fighters, please consume.
I will make food once it goes to them.
Okay.
Hang on. I got a quick question. I want to ritual. I don't know if paladins do that. I gotta double check.
Remember, Mad, by the way, Mad, just so you know, I feel like Divine Sense will be very useful for this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't do it ritually, which sucks. But I want to go see the body for like 2 minutes, like just 2 minutes, and then we can leave.
Okay.
You casting detect magic?
No.
I'm gonna be waiting on Paris real quick, because she also wanted to do some investigations of the, checking out to see if she can figure out any kind of beastly,
Influence.
Oh, I thought we
Why
were.
Why don't druids get speak with dead?
Naturally.
That'd be dope.
Probably because they usually don't see that as a thing that is associated with nature. It's considered, more of the divine. 'Cause once
I'm
you're
special,
dead, you're in the
bitch.
ground.
I'm special.
Yeah.
My internet's being a bitch.
Sorry about
A little bitch. A little baby bitch boy.
Okay.
Actually, just to speed things along,
Yes.
I think I'm going to start making the. But I shall.
Everyone's leaving.
No, I'll still be around.
I know,
I
you're
just
I
still
thought
be
it was
around.
gonna
probably
skip.
won't be
I thought it
able-
was just gonna skip to NPR Madrino and.
They're not
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah,
What?
Sababella decided instead that we should all go look at the bodies because she wanted.
Yeah.
No,
it's
I'm not
not-
saying all look at the bodies. I'm literally saying give me 2 minutes to
No,
cast
Matt.
a spell.
There is now no reason for us to split up. So
Yeah.
can we please stay as a party? Please.
Okay, fine.
It's
We
so
can go
much
talk
safer.
to the family. We can go talk to the family then.
No, wait, no. I want
What?
to stay as a party.
Okay.
Because if you need to look at the body, if you need to look at the body anyway, we can stay at the body for 10 to 20 minutes, then go talk to the family. If no one's dying in broad daylight, 20 minutes won't do much.
Okay.
We'll still get to talk to the family.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Butters is so afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'm trying to be reasonable.
Butters is like, we are level 3. I don't want to
Oh
die.
yeah. Mood.
Yeah.
Mood. Oh, I'm also a cleric, so like undo undead or whatever the fuck it's.
You don't have that yet.
Delete. I don't. What?
Nope, that's like 5th level.
This
You
is
get
sad.
turn
I
undead.
got a
I mean, you have
tiny
you
one.
have channel divinity to
Yeah.
turn undead, but you don't have destroy undead.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I
wish.
meant.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
destroy undead, but you have
I have a
Beyond
useful
Thought
undead thing.
Yes.
Is the.
Which, remember, would only work on basic zombies.
All right, we'll have
yeah.
to see.
It only works on basic zombie skeletons, and I think ghouls screw. It's a ghost type one.
Ghost type thing. There's a certain CR that it mentions.
It's one.
Are we
quarter, I
ghoul
think.
hunting, boys? Oh my god, we should go ghoul hunting. Yes, I love it.
When you're something strange,
Ghost
and your
hunters.
neighbor ghoul.
Who are you gonna call? Ghoul hunters.
Trying not to get copyrighted.
I said ghoul, not ghost.
Exactly. That's why I said. Like Tina. I feel like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Someone just joined.
Oh,
Maybe someone left.
maybe.
Hello.
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 We found someone.
Hello.
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 Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
God
I'm
damn it.
doing great, man.
I'm doing fucking amazing. Oh, I can't.
I'm perfect. I will mute myself so you do not hear the luscious sounds of cooking.
Mmm, delicious. Mad changing his mind, making it so it's like instead of going out to the families, it's like, hold on a second, I want to do this thing first so we can stay together.
God, thank Christ. So happy about that decision. Like, I don't imagine we're gonna be studying this body for an hour. Like,
I mean,
Then
if
again,
you take an
I could
hour
be
to
wrong.
study it, that's not my fault.
That's like some coroners don't even take that long.
It's like a friend, but you're just going the same way.
You're cutting in and out, man. I
It's
heard
like-
maybe like every other syllable.
It's like going. Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
It's like saying goodbye to your friend, but you end up going the same way.
Yeah. Basically, it's like, wait, I thought you were going. No, we're going. But wait, you're going. Yeah, I thought you were going. Oh,
You
ah.
just go like you just awkwardly look at each other like I do it. Are they still going my way, or do I say hi?
I took a fucking spell that I didn't think was gonna come in handy today, but it very well might. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Why does this always happen? We get to a point and it's just like, all right, we're ready, we're good. Hold on, be right back. All right. We need that person to progress. Damn it! I swear, I have the worst luck with that. In the meantime, well, because we'll say that we'll go back and review it just so we can move things along. What was the spell you were wanting to try and do?
I wanted to cast Detect Poison and Disease on the body.
Can you click on that so we can read that?
Oh, I got it for him.
No worries.
You both have it.
I also had that. Yes, same idea.
For the duration, you sense the presence of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison
Oh shit!
or disease in each case.
Mycelium's gonna be within 30 feet!
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's considered a poison.
Or a disease.
Or a disease. I mean, technically it's not a disease.
Yeah.
But it's
Technically.
poison.
Girl, I'll DM you exactly why it's not.
Yeah, I can already imagine why it's not. No worries.
Well, just imagine like Savabella casts it and then like just all of a sudden looks at mycelium and it's just like fucking bright green, just like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't that be more
Yeah,
correct in the thing?
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So yeah, mycelium's not disease.
Okay.
Most barriers. Alright, and just so you're aware, I'm not going, if it, you have poisonous creatures and diseases. Okay, so poisonous creatures would mean like venomous snakes and such as that, so.
It means anything that can make poison, so.
Yeah. Which Mycelium technically doesn't make poison, he makes necrosis. So you wouldn't be sensing him for that. And for poisons, when it says like the kind of poison, if it comes from like an animal, you're not going to know that. It's not going to be like, oh, you know it is exactly this type of snake's poison. You're just going to know
It's natural poison.
Yeah.
You should know mycelium is also doing it.
Mm-hmm. So you're both doing it to try and get a feel of this.
Yeah, but you can cast it as a ritual. I have to cast it outright.
Yep. So one of you, does it as an action. The other one, just like, I'm just gonna spend 10 minutes and just, figure this out. Unless you're casting it outright.
No. We might fight some shit later tonight.
I know, right?
Which is like, well, I'm mad. I'm looking at that going, oh, that's a first level slot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Technically, if disinfectant isn't invented yet, surely the mortuary should just fill with disease.
There's
Hell, he ain't wrong.
Not as much as you would expect. This is like more medieval times, yes, but
there is prestidigitation.
There's prestidigitation.
I mean, disinfectant. Yeah, prestidigitation.
There's
It literally only moves it.
It does move
it. You can put it in a bucket.
Yeah, you can put it in a bucket, and because you have spells like detect poison and disease, people were able to suddenly realize, hey, where dead bodies are, disease gathers. So they started to figure out ways to get it somewhat cleaner, but that's also why they, bury the bodies as quickly as they can.
Yeah. I will both detect magic and detect poison and disease. I have both currently.
Okay.
I might as well detect magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
No magical presence that you can feel. Unless you guys have like magical items on you, in which case you sense those, obviously.
Pod.
Yeah, the pod is magical.
Pot.
Yeah, he has a pot that's magical. No, he has a pot that is magical.
Bruh, that's for later in the campaign, brother.
Magical weed.
Oh man, weed's powerful enough as it is. Doesn't need to be magical.
Weed that legit makes you so high you start flying.
You get to see into the ethereal plane because you just left this dimension.
That was a magic Mercer drug.
Yeah. That is literally a Matt Mercer drug.
Molly Mock and Bo got fucked, yeah.
I'll have to keep that in.
There. I'm trying to think of how to rule this.
What?
I said I'm trying to think of how to rule this.
You're not wanting me to give you deets.
That's not that I don't want to give you the deets, is that I'm trying to make sure of whether or not this would actually give you deets.
Hmm.
Also, there's another thing. It's like, how rigorous are the guards? Do they like? Because obviously, it's not like today where it's like you put it like you tweezers and you put it back.
Welcome back.
It's just like not tampering with the evidence, or guards just kind of like just chuck it in the.
What do I see? What do I see? Detect what?
Although that's more forensic.
Yeah,
they're coming back. They're coming with us. They're no
we're all looking at the body now, and then we're all gonna go talk to the family.
Why? Okay.
Because they wanted to.
I got curious about something.
Yeah.
Samuel said bye, and then decided, you know what, I'm sure.
Tell you what, Mad, roll me a d20. Lower is better.
Okay.
I'm just like.
Wait, if we're all looking at the body, then can I have rolled something?
You can roll your medicine check, yes.
Okay. Fuck!
Matt, you want to switch me numbers?
Yeah, why not? I knew I should have rolled home dice.
There's a faint residue of... It's definitely poison because you can sense it, but because of how old it is, it's dulled to a point that you can't get a full grasp of it.
I rolled home dice. I rolled a fucking one.
I wouldn't get to do anything. I wouldn't get to roll anything, right?
No.
Okay.
Because he spent the spell slot.
What?
They both
so
did.
he's sensing it first.
Oh, Butters literally said he's casting it ritually.
Yeah.
I'm casting it ritually, yeah, but I just don't
yeah.
get like that.
Because he is going to be sensing it first. That's why he rolled it. But yeah, medicine, you look at them. This man is dead.
God damn it!
You'd guess it's the part of his neck that's missing. Looks like it was like, ripped out or something. That's definitely a good cause of death.
Can I roll nature to see what barks at the very least?
I'm going to say with disadvantage because of the natural one.
No, I'm gonna give her a straight roll by saying this is some kind of creature that has poison on it.
I don't know if you'd allow that.
You can
Sure.
say that, but it's not a lot of help to be really assisting.
I mean, you did say that looking at it would help me a lot more, so...
It would, yes. What were you trying to say, NPR?
Could I gather a sample from the wound and then
I don't know if they'd let you go for
use chemicals to figure out if there's anything
Waste of a fucking spell
about the teeth? Or...
You can certainly try.
I'm going to guess that I will never get a straight roll on this, by the way.
Not with the help that you've been offered thus far.
No, I don't mean to help. I mean, never mind.
Hey, what's going on?
We're rolling really...
I rolled really badly because I got disadvantage on something I already technically knew, asshole!
Okay. Can I check? I don't know what we're doing. We're looking at the bodies?
Yes, you're currently looking at the bodies.
Can I roll? I'm a cleric. I heal things.
I heal things.
I love this reasoning!
Roll a medicine check.
Yay. I don't think I get any in regards to that. It's a 4. Never mind. I'm gonna go eat
Welcome to hell!
This man is dead.
Alright, I don't think we're getting much out of this. Why don't you go talk to
Can I
the
try to
family?
roll to see if I have any idea what kind of thing it's at?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
To see what?
Would attack this person?
A nature check.
Nature? I have proficiency in those. 15.
15.
Wait a minute, you have proficiency in that? It's only a 1.
I'm not smart, bro.
He's not a smart man.
Yeah, welcome to hell! I feel your pain, Butters.
Yeah, but if you're proficient, it shouldn't still add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so
I
minus
did.
1 plus 2.
Holy shit! I didn't think you were that not smart. Plus, usually it'll say like minus whatever and then plus whatever, but it only says plus whatever.
No,
Mad. Yeah, no, it doesn't. First of all, and second of all, the man first session just just closed his eyes in the middle of a city and walked in a random direction. You didn't get any clues?
I thought that he was just...
No! No!
Eccentric.
No! No!
I mean, he is, but also...
Have you considered?
He's not.
Alright, but yeah, with the 15, what's that get moi?
The way that this is marked into them, the person's throat was ripped out, but it wasn't like a full mouth around both sides like you're used to. You've seen creatures, you've seen things ranging from teeth to pincers. This has some markings of carnivore teeth, and it should be, but it's smaller than you were expecting, more narrow, not like a full-on like a wolf's like open maw. Like the lips are like too far forward for what you were expecting, and the claw marks are significantly more apart than like a tiger's or other creature.
You all see Mycelium actually just kind of lean into it and like opens like up some of the wounds more to get a closer, and he gets close to it. I want to see if there's like signs of like necrosis that should like signs of like necrosis that like shouldn't have come this rapidly. Or like any things that like
too fast, essentially.
If he rotted too fast in some areas, or if there's residue that kind of akin to what Mycelium can leave behind.
Okay. I'll say there'll be an Arcana check.
Ah, why? Can it be a wisdom check? Because that's not spellcasting, and technically, or
I'll allow it to be a wisdom check, sure.
thank you.
Because you're looking at it for, you said specifically for if it's something like what you can do.
Yeah, what I can do, or like too far necrosis, which would be medicine technically too. So that's why I suggested wisdom.
No, I understand.
Yeah. 17.
No necrosis like what you leave behind sometimes, which that's fair, but around the chest cavity, you do notice that as you're looking it over that some of the markings to cut out the heart are seared slightly, which none of the other wounds have this searing to it.
We're talking cauterization.
Mm-hmm.
And are these the only claw marks technically?
For removing the heart, it's like the single slash across the chest, like underneath the rib cage.
The Indiana Jones the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Indiana Jones the chest, and apparently part of doing that was cauterizing where they cut, which
this is.
Oh, excuse me. None of the other claw marks have cauterization at all.
All right, Guru.
Yes.
This is. I'm gonna name all of the things Mycelian is thinking.
Okay.
Some of these are assumptions.
Okay.
The kind of jaw pattern you talked about, that he noticed, claw marks, cauterization is involved, undead, and stealing the heart. Could, with these this information that he's got so far, can he make any educated guess on what the hell could cause this?
He can make an educated guess. Whether or not he is right or not is another, question entirely, but he can certainly make a guess.
I'm asking, would he have anything to, like, any ideas that would come into mind from where he's from?
The marks on the neck and the claw marks, with the checks you've made, your mind goes towards and since you also have undead in there as well, it goes towards ghoulish nature. The cauterized wound on the chest is what's throwing you off. That one you're not getting.
Yeah.
You're like, you do not know specifically what would have caused that.
It's because ghouls would also make sense of how the thing's getting away. But the cauterization.
That's the only part of this that is not adding up for you. The rest of it's like, you're like, yeah, I know that makes sense. And then you're looking at the cauterized wound and just like, what the fuck are you doing here?
What if it's two things? I mean, it doesn't make sense for something so barbaric to all of a sudden turn primal, or turn sophisticated, and be able to be so exact with removing the heart.
Babies.
So maybe it is yes, maybe from what I can tell, maybe a ghoul, maybe not, killed it, and its creator/master came and removed the heart. It is just a theory, but it's what I've got.
Sure. With the guy with the culturized chest, is any other part of him burnt?
Looking them over, no.
Okay.
The only part of them that is burnt is where that chest wound is. Everything else is just blood and slashes.
Okay.
I don't think much information we give from families will point out more than what you figured out.
Guru, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Even like if something's like infected with necromancy, would that go past normal normal defenses against necrosis if something was like magically necromantic?
What do you mean?
That
Oh.
So would the body still decay a bit if it was magical necrosis? It wouldn't turn to undead, but
I'd say because it's a second level, that it would, at the very least, dull any magical necrosis. Partly due to the fact that it would be essentially putting it in a stasis, because it's not gone, it's just put on hold, if you will.
yeah. He will do that, by the way.
Okay. Ritual casting, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And you see as he finishes it, like he's using this magic over it, and then when he finishes it, he opens his mouth a bit and just exhales, and these tiny little spore-like things fly out of his mouth and go into.
Man, every time you say that, I just think of Alien fucking Covenant, and it makes me, like, scared.
Hehe.
This little fucking mischievous laugh!
Hehe. Teehee.
Perhaps.
What
Perhaps
are
it's
you
time to visit the
doing?
family.
I heard too many people. I heard two people at once. What'd you say, NPR?
He's muted.
Perhaps. I'd say, perhaps we should move to the family.
Yeah. Yes.
No, something as well.
It should be good now, so we should go see the family. I don't think we're getting much more information from the corpse.
I agree.
Now, what did you say, Oz? Because when you and NPR talked at once, I could not understand either of you two.
Oz!
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I guess we just... Yeah, disregard what I said. I guess we just skedaddle onto the family.
Okay.
Skedaddle.
So you guys, which family are you going to?
The first victims, I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
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 First family.
Okay.
Family number 1.
Guys, I just realized I've had a cold all this week. I feel like my Cillian is cursing.
So the Hauser family?
That's right.
Okay.
Do we?
Have a
Wasn't
cold?
No, Dewey Hauser. Isn't that
Yeah,
okay?
I believe so.
Hauser was one of the families, yes. Hauser was the one who had their family member lost to them longer back, and the Uwand family was the one who was more recent. That's the person in front of you. That's their family member you've been looking over.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say, I'm like, person in front, we just fucking disemboweled their... No!
I mean, they don't know that.
We're going to see the Hauser family, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are given directions to them from Captain Tarvial. Tarival. I'm sorry, I'm getting his name mixed up too. It's late. I'm starting to get sneepy. I'm sorry, guys.
It's lit.
It is. Yes, it is lit. The area is more towards the western side. Still a bit south, though, you do notice. And the person there is a young woman dressed in blacks and reds, mostly blacks. Seeming to kind of just go over everything. When she sees you guys approaching, she like looks over the odd people like Sababella and Mycelian and such, kind of like, what in the...
Excuse me, lass.
She kind of like brushes herself off and stands up. Yes? May I
We
help
don't
you?
we don't mean to bother you. We have a few questions. We're trying to figure out about the goings on, the recent incidents. We are hoping to ask you a few things, if possible.
Incidents is such a generalized thing. Is there something I did?
Big killings.
Not you specifically.
Would
And
you
yes,
would you like to come inside?
if you don't mind, that is.
By all means. She motions you inside and goes in with you. Kind of settles herself down, brushes herself off again, and takes a seat. This is about my brother, then.
It is.
How can I be of assistance?
We were wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about what your brother was doing the night that he died.
I don't remember very well. He'd been going out like he always does. He made a stop by the guild, and then he said he had been going to go. I don't know. He told me earlier that day. That was it. That he was planning on picking up some food. Bread, I think it was. We were running low, and he just didn't seem to come back. And when we went looking for him the next day, he was outside of an alley. His heart was ripped out.
No enemies in his lifetime, is there?
Only the rivalries of other guild members. That's pretty standard.
Had there been any strange going-ons in his life prior to his death, or any prominent suspicious figures you can think of?
I mean, I had suspicion that he was starting to get a lover, but, that is neither here nor there, I'd presume.
Why
Do you
would
know
you say
who that lover is?
Because he's a terrible liar. he would always blame certain lateness on being out getting drinks and such, and I'm pretty sure I'm smart enough to know that it's likely not going to be just sorry.
Take your time.
I didn't care who it was. I just wanted him to be happy.
So you have no idea who this woman was? Or any kind of hints to who she was?
Do we need to know? He looks.
She looks to my ceiling and then looks back. She kind of has a look like, I mean, yeah, is that necessary? If it is, I'll try and see what I can remember about them. But
we can't exactly weed out that wasn't a person who bought creature or creatures here.
There's creatures?
We don't
I thought it was
know
a serial
that
killer.
yet. We're still investigating. We don't have any solid leads yet, which is why we're here asking the questions.
Okay.
Anything at all that you can think of, anything out of the ordinary would be of a great help.
was always drinks with the boys. That he would say.
The
That's
boys.
all I know, really.
Out of character.
Do you know any of these boys? Any names?
I know 2 of them.
Have you seen them recently?
I've seen both of them around the marketplace.
Okay.
They're guild members. They haven't left town or anything. At least when I go out.
Can we have names and descriptions?
1 second here. I'm typing that out right now.
Wig.
Wait, what's her name? Did she give her name?
She did not.
Syl's gonna say, sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, forgive me. I will give that as soon as I am done with typing these out so I don't lose track of where my thought process was.
I mean, if you think about it, that's what we just did. Cracked open the cold one with the boys, with the cold one was...
The cold one was one of the boys in this game.
Jorzen and Hez. That's the description of them as well.
Do you know where we'd be able to find them?
Marketplace. And I am Adela. Adela.
Thank you for your time, Adela. We might be back to ask you some more questions, if that's alright.
One more question. Firstly, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank
but just a small question: was he found on the way towards the bakery where he died?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
No, I understand. You're trying to do as you said you were to get the facts. I understand, and I do really appreciate that you're putting in all this time to try and help me.
Of course.
Is there anything else I can give you to help?
This is an odd question, but would you allow a few of us to take a look at some of his belongings?
What belongings do you need to look at? I can bring them down for you if you wish.
The clothes he had upon him, and perhaps anything on his person.
I don't have the clothes he had when he died. That was out of character. That was on his body in the morgue.
Oh, I figured.
No, they didn't take those off.
Bro, you rarely keep the dead person's clothes.
Yeah.
I figured this is like we dressed him in some good shit and then we put him in the ground.
No, they're going to do that tomorrow.
Okay, we caught him just before that.
Yeah, they're literally doing that tomorrow.
That's fair. That's fair.
Potentially looking at his stuff or looking around his room to see if there's anything off. Or anything that could point us closer to strange behavior or what might have happened.
You can take a look around. She motions for you to follow her. When she gets close to the door, she kind of like slows her pace until she stops like probably a good like 10 feet from the door, and just she doesn't approach it. She doesn't enter. She just kind of stares at it for a moment.
I will. Big boy hand goes on shoulder. I don't intend to let anyone steal anything out of there. If you would rather just stay there and not go in, I'll make sure. I'll even put a time crunch in there if it would make you feel more comfortable.
I don't need you to rush yourselves. I want this. I want whatever was doing this, whatever is doing this, to be. I just want this done with.
How about this? While they go and search that room, let's get some tea or something.
I can make some tea.
And he'll kind of put his arm kind of around her a little bit and start walking downstairs.
Putting in moves on. No.
No, he's just.
I know.
Somebody's got to be the therapist. God damn it.
Somebody's got to be willing to, give her a shoulder. Also, Paris, out of character. She seems earnest. She seems very soft-spoken about it. This is clearly, something she doesn't really like talking about. She didn't seem awkward about talking about it. Just a little, just kind of like, I don't really want to, but it'll help you out. So I'll tell you what you need to know.
All right.
I have one more question, but I'm going to be right back to get back.
Okay.
Oh, when he said be right back, the man bounced from his disc.
He, has been,
Biggity bounce!
doing the I think he said he had been making food, so that makes sense. So you guys enter the room. What exactly are you guys looking for? Before we begin that, though, actually, let me describe the room. The room is filled with very minimal in terms of like what you would expect in a room. There's a workbench with what appears to be wood carving tools. There's still bits of wood shavings kind of scattered around a project of some sort. You'd guess this was probably something he had been working on before he passed on. There's papers nearby it, drawings likely meant to be what this was meant to eventually look like. There's a bed. Covers are still a mess. Looks like those haven't been touched or moved in a long time either. There is like a nail that's been driven above the headboard, and there's a string that's hanging off of it that's connected to a mask. Looks to be like a holiday mask, one that you'd wear to walk around with if you purchased to be like participating in a dance or something like that.
Mardi Gras, baby.
Kind of. It's a very smooth on the bottom half of the face, like carving around to emphasize lips and such as that. The top part of it looks like almost like a spiraling fire-like design.
God. He got me thinking about fucking Mardi Gras. So I just said, God, I miss Louisiana.
It's the one good thing we got, dang it.
Mom pelts in my face. Eats okay.
Another thing you notice is that there is, again, a distinct lack of anyone having come in here in a while, as there is a pair of pants that are still hanging off of a dresser. A little bit of it looked like it's gotten attacked by moths or something. There's a pair of socks, one of which is kind of peeking out from underneath the dresser. The room looks like it could have someone who would walk back in and be there at any point if it weren't for the thin layer of dust and the fact that everything looks like it hasn't been moved or touched in a long time.
Don, is you okay? So he has a work desk. That, from what I can tell. Okay. Is there any like loose leaf papers or anything that looks like a letter?
The loose leaf papers, yes. If you were trying to look through them for a letter, I'd say roll an investigation check.
YOLO. Because if he has a lover, God, we don't have fucking cell phones.
Yeah, Nikolai's gonna look around for anything suspicious.
Unless she made the DC easy.
Wait, can I help somebody else do it? I don't feel like rolling.
I mean, if you want to help, like, if you want to help me look through some shit.
Yeah, I'm helping Paris.
How are you helping?
I don't know.
Describe
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yeah.
I want to hear from us.
Okay.
Well, you can give the suggestion after, but I want to hear from us first.
I'm just rifling through the belongings looking for anything.
You put her in the spot is why I asked, and you know her ass panics. Go for it.
I'm looking around.
You're moving through the. You're helping look through the papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe some drawers.
Paris, don't roll it to DM.
I did that on accident.
You did that twice.
I know.
We can't all be perfect.
I'm not saying that we can't all be perfect. I'm just wondering why you
Everybody
DM
has
rolled it in the
days.
first place.
Everybody gets that.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Thanks, Oz.
So going through the papers, Nikolai is just kind of like looking through them like haphazardly. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for, and just like casually, just like if there's one page that looks like it's like odd, you just kind of hold it out and like, here's one, and then just keep looking through. When you do that, eventually you, Paris, have one that's placed in front of you that as you're looking it over, you kind of like turn it slightly and you're like, okay. Kind of read through it real quick and you're kind of just nodding to yourself idly like, alright. And it's interesting because the writing is clearly not his, because you can see his writing on all of the other ones, like the drawings and such as that. The thing that catches your attention though is that this person is, you've heard the name already. It's a fellow guild member, a person who works with wood carving as well, a person named Hez.
You say Hez, and I legit just think every time you're saying Pez, and I just think of the fucking Pez dispenser.
I'm thinking of Fez from that 70s show.
I'm thinking of Fez like the hat.
No, that makes me think of Will Ferrell's character from Austin Powers.
No!
That makes me think of the 11th Doctor.
Never watched Doctor Who.
It's not bad. But yes, that is the name on it.
Is it just like guild business kind of thing, or
it's with the natural 20, it is guild business, but there's undertones of joking to it that's like, is this really just guild business? Really? You're not certain. You'd have to talk to Hez to be sure, but it makes you curious.
I have one last question, and this is probably a weird one, but fuck it. Who the fuck knows? Does it feel like there's romantic undertones to this?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll keep this.
Okay.
Guru.
Yes.
I'm gonna look for a reason why he had that mask.
Okay. Roll investigation check.
You hear about him trying to protect some princess slave? I don't know.
Is that a Legend of Zelda reference? Oh, good.
No, it's a Cassiopeia reference.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Butters, I'm glad you remembered her full name. I'm going to be honest.
Looking around, the room doesn't seem to really bring up much about any reason for the mask. As you look through a few other little places and things, you do notice that this is not the first mask that's in this room. There are a few others, and it looks like it's made with his own hand. Most of them have a similar design to the one on the wall. Do you do anything to the one on the wall, or do you just look around the room for the reason for the mask?
The one on the
them.
wall is the one on the wall is like on the wall by a string.
Yeah, like to tie it behind your face, like if you're wearing it, or not behind, to tie it so it would hang on your face when you're wearing it.
Okay. What you're asking if I do anything with the mask?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I suppose I'll pick it up and give it a look over.
Boss should be trapped.
Yes, I am dead. My sister will now soon die after me since I trapped my.
You roll a dex save and die.
She pulled a life of death note. It's just, you dare open my drawer.
Oh my god. Just turn over the mask, there's a note that says, "How dare you?"
And it's just, "How dare you?" and a fireball goes off in there.
Oh my god.
Everyone dies. Roll new character. No, I'm not gonna do that to you.
What was that?
Oh my god. Dies, but Butters. Hey, that's a new one!
Wait, what did you say?
I said everyone dies but Butters.
Yeah, I was about to say, fuck you.
You have a track record. I'm allowed to make jokes.
Hey, one actually died, one just went insane.
You went brain dead.
Basically.
But what does he know about this mask?
Looking over the mask, you notice as you pick up this mask and you kind of look it over, holding in your hands, kind of like your thumb slowly moves across, and you notice there's a almost swirling patterns to it. And as you kind of feel it and kind of tap against it, this mask isn't made of wood. It's made of clay.
Oh shit, dog.
What guild did the woman say?
All of the stuff that he has, that he's made, is made of wood. He has woodworkers.
Butters and I both thought the same shit.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one's made of clay.
What
if the room has not been touched,
As
is
far as
there
you tell.
dust behind where the mask was on the wall to suggest that it had
Remain
just
there?
stayed there? Yeah.
No.
No dust.
No
Okay.
So it's recently used.
Can I
No,
see?
no.
can I-
I mean,
oh.
it's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
If there was dust on the wall, then this mask must not have been there the whole time.
Right, it must have been
It was
recently placed there.
Yeah.
Either
Right.
recently placed there or moved and replaced.
Can I
Or it
check?
just room.
Can I check to see if these masks, the masks, are anything I know of, like religion or creatures or?
Yeah,
That's actually a good
roll
question.
a religion check.
Oh baby.
I'm assuming just him because you probably are
Anyone
proficient.
proficient in religion can roll it.
Where?
She can roll it because she's also a cleric.
I actually took it, I forgot.
Lovely.
I'm rolling home dice.
Nice.
They'll fail you.
So little faith.
That's a 9.
Okay. 20. Nice.
Your dice are rigged!
I mean, to be fair, he also said he rolled a natural 1 at one point, so...
No, I know. I'm fucking...
I wanted that! For one time!
I know.
Yes, food!
I was so just like nodding to myself, just like, this is going to end terribly. And then you rolled home dice. You're like, I got a 1, but I can't keep it because Anyways. Syl and Sabi, you both would be aware that the design on the mask isn't related specifically to like any one god, but there has been a small growing group of people that they're not just in one area. They've been, spreading out in more and more places, which has made a few people who are aware of them not super comfortable with them because of the fact that they profess a devotion to the rending.
Ooh.
Worshipping the event of the rending as though it was deific.
That's interesting.
Indeed. Well, I'm gonna put the mask in my bag.
I don't know why, but I just legit thought of fucking NPR just going, alright, I'm head out. Just fucking done with this.
Just casually gonna steal this mask.
You don't need that.
Yeah, he's dead.
One of the few words Marcelian said to the woman, "Don't worry, we won't steal anything."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. I haven't taken anything.
Everyone else, we didn't promise that.
Yeah.
If you ask, he might just let you take them.
Yeah,
he's kind of serious.
He's not just gonna like
steal.
Yeah,
we don't know that.
Like, he's gonna ask because he feels like this is important.
Okay.
We don't know that. That's why I said Juniper is staring at you. We don't hear your inner thoughts.
And he ain't gonna say anything.
Fair enough.
Wasn't what he said explicitly was we were not going to take anything?
We weren't going to steal anything. By the way, our character, he doesn't actually put it in his bag, he's just gonna take it with him.
So basically he picked it up and he's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna fully just put this, away and, leave it here. I'm actually gonna, utilize it, perhaps. Or at least ask questions,
He's gonna go down to that, to the woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just outside the room. Oh, wait, no, that was a
they
big
went down to get tea, yeah.
Yeah, I could have sworn.
You were not incorrect.
Yeah, he's gonna go down to the one. I can't remember. Did you write down the name?
Adela.
Yes, Adela.
Adela
Adela Hauser.
Right. I'm gonna go down to Adela and I'm gonna sort of hold out the mask and say, "Do you mind if I borrow this for the investigation?"
Her eyes widen and she's like, oh. Sure?
Apologies, it's just well, I've noticed the other masks are made of wood. This is clay, so it's old.
Jorzen was he worked with clay. Maybe he could tell you more about it.
Could this mask mean anything to me?
To whomst?
To me.
To you? You proficient in religion.
Hell no.
Then not really.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight check on Idella?
Sure.
Did you all come down here to win the access?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I thought it was just me. No, I was just going down to ask her.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah,
Suddenly, a rogue dwarf enters the room.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, but dwarves look like perfect punting instruments.
Oh my god.
Gosh damn it. Is there anything else you're looking to try and find in the room? Because you have the letter and you have the mask.
You said Jorzen and Hez were his friends.
Yes, Jorzen and Hez. And she gave you a description of them. Jorzen is a sporty build, messy blonde hair with crooked tooth smile. Apparently works with clay. And Hez is a long black hair, a very stocky, dark eyes with dark rings under them. Doesn't seem to get a lot of sleep. Individual.
Hey, yo, relatable.
I'm gonna detect magic in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, just
casting
see
the
what's
spell
up.
or ritually?
This is casting because I got the symbol thingamabob. Let's go, boys. Are any of these masks? I'm getting.
Speaking of, yeah, I'm gonna detect magic on this mask.
I'm suspicious.
Okay. Oz, your character.
Mm-hmm.
Look around. Nothing pings magical.
No. God damn it.
At least not outright.
Ooh. Outright? What does that mean?
When you start looking around, you notice that there's a faint trace of magic in the air. You can't tell where exactly it's coming from. It's like you sense it around you somewhere, and you're just like, it's like a fly that you can't see, but you can hear the faint.
Can I do like a little check to see if I could sniff it out? Like, or what direction it's in?
I'll say perception check.
Wig.
As I'm casting detect magic, I'm gonna walk up the stairs again.
That's a 16 plus. Hang on, what's my proficiency? 6.
So 22.
Yes.
The 2 points that you can most feel it from are from where the mask was and near the windowsill.
I'm gonna go investigate where the mask was first. Okay. Anything sticking out?
Not specifically.
Maybe it's behind the wall.
Wait, yeah, wasn't the mask on the wall?
Yeah,
it was
to the window, to the wall.
To the window, to the wall, yeah.
I'm glad someone caught the reference.
I'm gonna go to... Okay.
You said you were trying to see if there's anything behind it?
Yeah, can I don't know how the fuck I would do that. But if I move closer, does the feeling get any stronger?
A little bit, but it's still... Okay. It's like thin and faint. Like, not something like that's enchanted, but like there was some magic that had been there, but it's long since...
Can I tell what kind it is?
Detect magic does let you know what type.
Yeah.
Conjuration.
It's conjuration. Conjure elemental. Alex was here. She conjured all the animals.
Oh my god.
Ow, that hurts.
Sweetie.
Okay. Nikolai's gonna turn to the group and say, I sense conjuration magic here. You point at the wall.
Yeah, you point at the wall, and near the windowsill, there's faint bits of necromantic magic.
Uh-oh! He's gonna turn around again, a little bit more urgently, and say, and necromantic magic too. And tap the windowsill.
Conjure and necromantic.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Just from the mask?
From the wall.
Yeah.
Well,
it was where the mask had been placed on the wall.
Where the mask was on the wall was conjuration. Where the window has like faint necromantic traces on it.
Correct.
Some
What do I
necromantic
get?
window?
Yeah, is there anything outside the window or like on the
peeking
windows?
outside the window, you can see in towards the market thoroughfare. But beyond that,
is there like any inscriptions that I'm seeing on the material, like the
make an
wood?
investigation check.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
By the way, Guru, can I point out since Mycelian had the detect disease and magic up for a while, I love the idea while he's walking on the street, he just taps one on the shoulder and goes, "Go to the doctor," and keeps moving.
Oh my god!
Investigation. That's a 10.
Nothing you can see. Looks like wood.
Can I look over and see if perhaps I see any indentations on the wall, like scratch marks or something?
You also may roll an investigation check.
Oh, I can't be perception.
No, you're trying to investigate and look for it.
God dang it! That's a 3.
You don't see any like claw marks or anything like that. The area looks fairly smooth and clean.
So fresh and so clean.
Do I notice any
dust, but
do I notice anything that's, and I'm gonna go off a fucking stereotype here, but do I see any like runes, or circles, or symbols or anything drawn where the mask was or hidden somewhere?
On the wall?
Yeah.
No drawings and such. Nothing that stands out there.
What do I get as I cast Detect Magic?
Similar to what Oz felt, there is it's like a faint tease that there's something magical around the mask, but the mask itself is not magical.
Can I look for fingerprints at all that might have housed that magical
you wouldn't be able to look for fingerprints for that. If you were trying to look for fingerprints, you would see that there, as part of the clay making, there are some fingerprints in the back of it, which would likely be from Jorzan, as you were told he was the one who made it. Or at the very least was likely the one who made it.
Okay.
I suppose standing around won't get us any further. Perhaps we should find these individuals and question them.
Is there any necromantic energy on the floor?
Not on the floor, no.
Okay. Yeah, Syl's just gonna go, yes. I'd very much like to check the wall outside that window.
After that, maybe we could... God damn. Check up on his friends, because she holds up the letter. I may not exactly be fully professional, but I know professional writing and I know personal writing, and this is a little bit too personal for it to be just business.
That's just how they talk to each other.
I'm saying that both your hunch of him hanging out with someone and your hunch of him having a lover might both have not been wrong.
Wait, hold on, where are we?
Yeah, that's why I thought we were still in the room, but hey.
Still in the room, my apologies. Redact that.
Where'd this bitch come from?
I thought you had gone downstairs.
No, Syl went upstairs. Apparently, Jordan made this mask. So, perhaps worth talking to him about it.
Wonder if we can both. Then again, maybe ask private would make them open up more.
If I rubbed the sides of the mask, is it possible to get like with like a cloth or something? Would it be possible to get some of the necromantic energy on the cloth?
Trying to rub down the windowsill with it.
Or the mask.
The mask had conjuration, not necromantic.
Oh, right. I mean, conjuration's fine. Just because I want to try to get some. Because obviously I can't see exactly where the magic is, but if I can detect it on the cloth, and I know where I rub the mask, I'm going to try and identify on a particular point on the cloth.
You don't get anything. Also, I'm guessing you're ritual casting this?
Yeah, I'd be doing this on the way, basically as we're just leaving or whatever.
Okay.
Or finishing up.
Yeah, by this point she is peeking her head up are you all okay up there? You've been up there for a while. Are they okay up there?
I mean, Syl can't talk, he's identifying.
She's asking my Cillian.
They are thorough people.
I suppose that's fair.
Some of them are shady, not most, but some.
That's what I've noticed. Is that normal for...
I mean, some would consider me the shadiest of the bunch. Just depends on the person, I guess.
I suppose.
So, you want to get an earthy flavor to it. And he starts to talk about the different plants you can get to make the tea the best. He's just trying to do small talk to keep her mind off of what's happening.
It helps. Alright. You guys are going to be heading out?
From what I understand, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are preparing to head out?
Did you just ask the same question twice?
I said, no, it's not a question this time. This is me making a statement.
Reinstating the fact.
Yep.
Okay.
And that being said, as much as you guys are going to want to continue to do that, we are going to end the session there because I need to get sleep before work because I have work tomorrow like a plebeian.
I mean, that's not a plebeian, that's a man who has responsibility and money.
It's adulthood.
It is.
Hurts.
And also the rest of us have a game.
Yes, yes you do.
Almost the rest of us.
Please tell me what time it is so I don't forget.
12 or, no, 11 our... No, 12 our time. 1 EST.
It's 6 6 GMT.
Okay, so yeah, 12. Okay.
So that being said, thank you all for playing with us. You guys are fantastic people, and I love playing with you guys. I never know what to expect.
I knew he was a lover.
I'm playing a peaceful character for once.
I love it. That being said, I hope everyone who's been watching this has enjoyed this as well. Sorry I missed the What Team Comp label for the first majority of it. I thought I had that clicked on because I had to click off some other stuff and shit happens. I'm sorry. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, we've been What Team Comp. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Mm.
Goodbye, people in the future.